Professor von Klitzing, it's a pleasure and honor to have you here for 4 days as part of SIPS 2019. And you are for the first time participating in our conferences that we started since 2003 in San Diego, California. Give us some impression.
Okay, it's very important to be in Cyprus. I think this is the only city where the capital is still divided, like in Berlin, and walls are not good for science. We need international cooperations, and I looked mainly also at the culture of Cyprus and at the political situation, because many scientists worry about the political situation all over the world, and science should bridge the nationalities and the international border lines, and to meet many people from different countries is always very important for a conference, and to meet young people is very important. Therefore, okay, I enjoyed my holidays here in Cyprus.
You participated in many conferences. Any difference that you have noticed in SIPS 2019?
Okay, normally we have scientific conferences just for physicists, and here more engineers are present at this conference. And as you pointed out, we have so many problems in the world, and engineers finally need some recognition that they are only possible to solve problems. And I think science and engineering is very important, because we have many problems, and there were many talks about also global warming, about the real problems, and the time constant is short. And everyone should be aware that we should do everything to control our emissions. And since sustainability is one of the focus of this conference, this is a very important topic to be recognized, and therefore to have such a topic, and that also the industry becomes aware about that some business models will not work in the future anymore. I think this is very important.
Thank you. You were awarded FREI International Sustainability Award. FREI International Sustainability Award. How you feel about it?
I was a little bit surprised that award was named with my name, and with wrong name, because the one of the von Klitzing was missing. Now we have an international Klitzing Prize, and this is new for me. Yeah? So let's see how it develops.
And the second one was a new award established after your name, von Klitzing International Engineering Award.
Yeah, I was happy that a Swedish person got this award, because I got from Sweden the Nobel Prize, and now I can give back something to Sweden. So you see a certain way of compensation.
Okay, understood. So we discussed and I presented the meeting the 3 pillars of sustainability: science and technology, governance and management, and education and civil society. How you see the role of science in this triangle?
No, I think for me, as a scientist, mainly working in basic research, I think we have to drive the innovation. First of all, you need invention, you need knowledge to solve problems. And for me, as a director at the Max Planck Institute, we have to generate new knowledge. That is the most important thing. And every time you have new knowledge, you can build up on this knowledge to solve problems. But we need much more discussion between scientists and engineers in industry. What are the problems in industry to transfer our knowledge from basic science to application? To have this jump from invention to innovation, I think this is very important. And I was a little bit disappointed that we tried to have a meeting between industry and Nobel Prize winners. 5 Nobel Prize winners came together, but only 2 of them were industry were there. Because
there were 3. Yeah, there were many, but they couldn't. There are many Japanese from Japanese companies, from Nippon Steel, from GFE, from Kobe Steel. They were there, but there were a technical session going on. They couldn't leave the session. I invited them.
Yeah, but it's very important that the industry knows how urgent are some changes. Yes, and especially the steel industry knows that they emit a lot of CO2, and you have new technologies to replace it, and it has to be go fast. So we have to solve big problems in the next 20 years.
Yeah. And how much free time you allow to yourself?
Okay, my science is my hobby, yes, and therefore I'm always thinking about the next talks, the next conferences. I'm traveling too much. Even if I retired last year, I have still a full-time job at the Max Planck Institute in Stuttgart, and I like to interact with young people, and therefore I'm going to many meetings to motivate young people and to educate them to be enthusiastic about science. Because only the scientific fields can solve really problems. This is very valuable resources for many countries to have these people, these young people, to go to science and not just to lawyers and banks.
Excellent. We are on the same page. We view the reality the same way. So we're so glad that you came, and we wish you will come with a new definition shortly. You have given so much contribution in the fundamentals and the international system of measurement. So
I have my own constant. There are only two living scientists which have their own constant. The von Klitzing constant was worldwide introduced in May 2019. And I'm the only Nobel Prize winner in physics who is still alive and got the prize alone. Yes, so normally you share up to 3 people, and I got it alone in 1985.
Joking, André Gaim, it's a 2010 Nobel Prize in physics. He was with us in Rio de Janeiro last year, and by error, because I had many Nobel Prize winners in chemistry, but by error I referred to him as a Nobel Laureate in chemistry, and he was joking. I took that as an offense. He said.
Okay, there's always some fighting, but the highest level of science is the mathematics, is the purest scientific basis, and then all the other one. And I think the combination between biology, physics, chemistry, this is very important.
That's exactly what we are doing.
And we need always this interaction, but still there is a gap. The thinking of chemists and physicists is still different. And we have in our institute, half of the directors are chemists, half of the directors are physicists, and they look in a different way on crystals. The chemists look just at the color, know already the bonding lengths and all kinds of things. We are speaking about band structures as physicists. So they have different languages, and we have to overcome these barriers.
Yes, that is exactly our goal. As I mentioned, it's one science. The division in between different fields comes from ignorance, and to simplify to different categories of people and category for science. So probably we should have a trajectory going and unifying them all, but we have to avoid all this ignorance and try to come together.
No, and you pointed out that the recognition of science in the public is too low.
Yes.
There's too much recognition for stars in movies and all kind of fields or in sports. I think we can only survive if you have a good scientific basis.
Exactly, and we are on the same page. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna mention a new beautiful place, like Paphos in Cyprus. Next year we are here is Paphos. Next year we are Phuket, Paphos, Phuket in Thailand. So you are invited, and hope you'll make it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Let's look at the camera.